Just 3 minutes, you said I'll try. I am a special needs mom. My baby is 18. And by the grace of God, like they said, through this medium, knowing Daddy Benola and Mommy Benella, we've been able to, identify with what our children are all going through. So I really want to start by appreciating Mommy and Daddy for this platform, for identifying with us, because like for me, when I had her, I didn't even know what it was until she was like 1, when we had to do the EEG. And when Dr. Leslie had to explain to us, she might have some challenges, she might not talk, she might not walk, she might not do this, everything was in the negatives. But guess what? Today, to the glory of God, 70% at least, she has achieved most of it. At least we can relate with her. She can understand. Her cognitive is perfect. It's just for her to walk. It's just the mobility for her to walk. That's just the only aspect of her that was really, really affected. And so today, I just really wanted to, encourage the special needs moms in our midst. I wish we have a lot of them in our midst here, because we need to live out of denial. The moment you are able to accept the situation on ground, you do so much more with it. Denial. I worked in a school and I saw parents who saw children, and they will be telling you, no, my baby is not autistic, my baby is not this. But the truth is, the baby is autistic. The baby is having some challenges, but a lot of times you see all the mothers living in denial. So if you're able to come out of that denial and accept the situation, it really helps a lot, because you're able to embrace what is on ground and you're able to move faster. And embracing it also means you taking up that challenge, loving the child for who the child is, and of course, looking for help. You might not be able to do it alone. Thank God for this platform. Like I said, we've not been able to do it alone, but they've helped us in so many ways: information, exposure, and all. So every one of us, for me, I am so confident knowing that I am not alone. Yes. On this platform, we are like how many of us? So I'm confident knowing that it's not just me. If it can happen to her and it's happening to me, oh, fool, thank God. We are all in the same boat together. So I just want to encourage the mothers in our midst to embrace the journey and forge ahead, and of course create awareness. Awareness starting from your family. Till date, like I speak, my family, I can't take my daughter to my house. My siblings are still like, why are you still with this child? What is this child still doing here? If I should leave her for like a day or two, they might even do something funny. So I don't even go that route with her, except I'm going to be there with her 24 hours. That's the truth. So awareness is key, and you also be able to identify your cycle where you are accepted. Anywhere that child is not accepted, don't push it. Just go to where you are celebrated and where you are accepted. It's very, very key. It's very, very key. We all have to identify those cycles, because if you don't, there's a way it tends to give you negative vibes, and you will always not like your child being treated badly. As a mother, you won't like it. So you have to also identify that. And of course, embracing it also means working in consonant with your husband. If you're still married, you're not yet divorced. I thank God for that part in my life. My husband has been very supportive. For now, as it is, I'm the only one really working. He doesn't really do a 9 to 5 job. So you have to come to a terms where you understand what it entails. Somebody has to be on ground, because in the past, I've also had to use nannies, house helps, which ended up, causing more harm. Yes, it caused even more harm. So at the end of the day, we had to sit down and analyze, and we were like, okay, fine. Someone has to be in the home. Sorry, I hope I still have my 3 minutes. Somebody has to be
30
in the
seconds to
home.
go.
So, okay, fine. So you have to work, you have to, identify what works for you. What works for you, so that child can be properly taken care of. Then again, like I said, define your circle. Who are your friends? Who are the people that accept the child the way the child is? You need to define your circle and remain optimistic, be positive, and have a life. I also had a challenge too with her initially. My third child was like 9 years in between. I was like, she has to work, she has to do this, she has to do that before I take in again, and it's really affected. Yes, 9 years we waited and nothing happened. Joba didn't work, she didn't do anything. So at the end of the day, I had to really face it. and went again, and God graced it. And today she has a little one, in the home. And it's been a full house. It's also helping her to want to brace up to do some things. Seeing the younger one, walking around and running, she wants to jump up and do some stuff for herself. So I want to also encourage the mothers, look beyond that child and go for it if you are still in the bearing age. Don't limit yourself. It might not happen again, because that fear too is always there. Could it happen
Thank
again?
you, Ma.
It might not happen again. Yes, thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Ma. Thank you for your